Hey there, hi there, hello there. So you are some sort of spiritual warrior who has really faced their inner demons. The underworld and the story of Persephone could be of significance to you. If you don't know the legend of Persephone, you can look that up. But you have faced your shadow, your inner demons, and really settled in with some sort of sacred knowledge here with this stone. I feel like it says a stone, it holds information for many lifetimes. So I feel like you have spent many lifetimes here and you have retained pieces of that knowledge, or that is coming back to you as you have activated your sacred nectar. Your third eye, your pineal gland has been activated. You could be experiencing a Kundalini awakening too. But you have some sort of inner vision that you are following here. We're going to get more into this and find out what this is about. So, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what is this vision? What do we need to know about this? So, yeah, you're going back and forth, juggling with perhaps collaborating with others in some sort of business aspect. Tell me more, please. Yeah, you could be intellectualizing this, and you may not have fully brought this into light, being able to figure out what it is that you want. You're being advised to go within because you have the answers to bring this cycle to a close and really get it protected and set in stone. Tell me more. What else do we have, Holy Spirit? What is this vision? So you have the intelligence and you have the vision. If you're feeling stuck in some way, perhaps you can pray or meditate, because the hermit holds a lot of sacred knowledge. And perhaps you're wanting to do something online. Bulls, lions, the eagle. You could be an earth angel, could be of significance. Also, snakes, the year of the snake could have been significant for you. This could be when you had an awakening. I feel like you had some sort of inner awakening. And you were working on your foundation at this point. You're stepping into your power and authority with the Four of Pentacles and the King of Wands. That's somebody standing on business. Tell me more. Okay, so we have the Seven of Cups, so in reverse. So you're setting aside any illusions, any sort of fantasies, or staying blocked with false conceptions and laying that to rest. And you're choosing peace, and you're choosing your own peace right now. So tell me more. What's about this vision? Tell me. The moon. Okay, so you could be learning to follow your intuition. You could be activating some sort of vision or gifts that you had when you were a child, Six of Cups. Or you could be reminiscing about childhood times, or just really taking pleasures in the small moments of what in life. You're highly magnetic at this time. You're very attractive to others. You could be very intuitive, following your intuition. Perhaps you're working on some sort of vision that you had when you were a child. Maybe there was something that you always wanted to do and you thought it was fantasy, but you realized that this was actually bringing your inner peace. It's your inner company. Yes, it's your Ten of Pentacles, baby. Yes, so there's something that you thought of when you were a child that you thought you put it away for a while, and you thought that perhaps it is childish and was not going to lead. So I feel like this is something unconventional, but now you are trusting your inner vision. You've activated your third eye, your pineal gland, and you are standing on business, standing in your power, casting out illusions, following your intuition and going back to this childhood dream you have. You've been through a transformation. Butterflies, frogs, rabbits, cats, and mice could be of significance to you. Also sunflowers. You could be seeing any of those at this time. But yeah, trusting your intuition, following this intuition is leading you to generational wealth. So that is freaking amazing. I am going to get one of these oracle cards before I close this out and move on to the extended. So let's see what we have right here. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. Acceptance, waxing crescent moon, and it's the number, it says waxing crescent 2, and it's the number 4. So I feel like you've gotten yourself into acceptance, into divine flow. Again, with the butterflies here, actually those are doves. So yeah, you could be getting spirit messages in which you are receiving downloads or guidance in which way to proceed, and whatever this vision is that you are working towards. But whatever it is, keep going, because you got that 10 of Pentacles, baby. All right, so I hope you'll join me over at the YT for this extended. We're gonna get more into this. I'm gonna pull from some other decks and see what we got going on. Okay, I'm gonna get a couple more of these Queen of the Moon Oracle cards. See what we have, Holy Spirit. Faith. Yeah, you are someone that is operating in faith. It says worm moon. And this is giving me Empress vibes. So you are definitely creating something. The path. Yes, your path has been made clear to you from your inner vision, the divine. You've been given some sort of download, some sort of inner vision that you are following. It could be working towards your ascension. You could be also working with like portal magic or gateway magic or jumping timelines, quantum leaping. Beauty, waning gibbous. So yeah, you're very beautiful and attractive, as I said earlier, but you are also learning to see the beauty in the little things. And you're also, like, you see how, like, when you first look at this card, it's flowers, but when you really look at it, it's the face. So I feel like you're trusting, you're able to see beyond the surface of things. Or you're able to see things from more than one perspective. And you've really, really transformed your focus, your intuition with this water. You could be a water sign, but you don't have to. You could be somebody that says waxing gibbous 5, and it's number 14, so that's another 5. The number 5 could be of significance, but you have been through some sort of transformation, metamorphosis, and it has really redirected your focus to this inner vision here. The Aurora Borealis could be of significance. Owls, yeah, you have a lot of wisdom inside of you. Let me get more from tarot. Let's see. What else do we need to know? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. 10 of Swords. So yeah, you've put an ending to some sort of something painful. You could have been through a lot of painful endings. This could have been what you done, which with, especially with Temperance coming out, balanced out your shadow. You're an earth angel. We have the Temperance angel here. So I feel like you were sent here for this specific mission, to face the darkness and like really heal generational cycles here with the 10 of Pentacles too. Yeah, to the 7 of Swords. What's this about? This was about lying, cheating, and sneaking, and I don't feel like this is your energy. There's a fox here, so foxes could be of significance. So you could have put an end to toxic cycles where people were allowed to lie, cheat, and manipulate you. Like, you don't tolerate that anymore is what I'm getting from this, especially relying on your third eye, your intuition. And if ever you're confused, you just go into hermit meditation and you, the pathway becomes clear to you. Like, this is very powerful. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Yeah, you could be feeling overburdened at this time, but that's about to change. It kind of came out sideways, so you could be just closing out cycles. You could be seeing a lot of deer and buck at this time, but yeah, the healing journey ain't for the faint of heart. So at times you can feel heavily burdened. King of Pentacles. So yeah, you're working on some sort of business idea, staying highly grounded. And, you know, this could be what's making you feel overwhelmed. But hold the vision. I just heard keep the course, stay the path. If ever you're forgetting what your vision was, I remember in this card, it said to remember your original vision and find that fire within you that you originally had. So if you're feeling in any way stuck and stagnant, remember your original manifestation. Maybe go over some manifestations, some quantum timeline jumping. Page of Pentacles. So yeah, you could be slow and steady on the making progress, slow and steady. You could be studying something. Peacocks could be of significance to you, or you could be someone could be coming in to lend you an assisting hand. This could be an Emperor energy, somebody of power and authority that's going to assist you in some way. Tell me more. Yeah, somebody's coming towards you with the Eight of Cups in reverse. So the Eight of Cups is like somebody walking away from something, but with this in reverse, somebody's coming forward to you with an offer of some sort. This could be to help you with business or something else. What is this offer? The Ace of Cups or the Lovers comes up. Judgment. So some sort of decision someone's made that's taken a lot of strength and courage. Or this is you. Yeah, you have some sort of blessing coming in with the Ace of Pentacles coming in here. This is your divine justice. So you've had the strength and courage to face your inner demons, and now you have some form of divine justice coming in. This could be in the form of an emperor coming in with some sort of offer in some way. This would be a divine masculine energy, someone of power and authority. Or you could just be stepping into your own power and authority, even whether you're masculine or feminine. We both have both within us. So that would just be standing in your power and becoming a person of influence and leadership. Tell me more. Let me get a couple of these. It's way too many. Networker. So it enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. So you could be doing something online with the world and this networker here, and there's something that you're working on. So you could be sharing your story, your path, your information, how you faced your darkness and came back with as a warrior of light. You could be sharing that. Yeah, you have found your inner goddess, the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. So you have this, I'm just going to show it to you. So you have found your inner strength, your inner power, your inner goddess, and you know it. You've healed your wounded child. So that's what the facing the underworld, and you've come back instead of a wounded person that hurts other people. You've shown light into your shadow, and you've come into acceptance and flow of every part of who you are. And this is making you extremely magnetic and extremely attractive. Also, I'm getting you are going to be experiencing a deepening of your psychic gifts. So your psychic, your vision, it's already on point, but I feel like that is going to be even more so. Okay, so this was the last deck that I'm going to get into, what we got here? Sadness and anxiety. So you could have been facing some sadness and anxiety at this time. Or you have gone and faced and know what to do when you get into that energy of sadness and anxiety. What's this about? I feel like it fell right on the wounded child. So you could have struggled in the past with sadness, depression and anxiety, and you've dealt with it in some way. And that doesn't mean that we don't ever have moments that are difficult, but you have really tended and nurtured that wounded child. You could have done a soul retrieval or a meditation in which you tend to your inner child, which is basically a soul retrieval in some way. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, anything else from this deck? I just heard done, so I guess that deck is done. Let's see if I can get one of these fairy messages for you. So magical blessings, whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. So I feel like with this 10 of Pentacles, you're somebody that's going to be you're of the mindset like of I want more, so I can have more, so I could be more, so that I can give more. You could work with the fairies, or you could like fairies. Pure intention. The fairy of manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. That's kind of what I just said with, like, you're somebody that when you get to this 10 of Pentacles, you're going to get back to others, because you're in some way a healer or a light worker. You've healed yourself in some way, and now you're meant to go and give that knowledge, spread that knowledge of how you did that, how you faced the deepest, darkest depths of your soul and come back. So you're meant to share that in some way with others. Perhaps you're doing that, could be online, or you could be speaking. Music. Listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. So you could be someone that loves music. You could be an artist of some sort. Shine from within. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is the time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. I'm getting that you've already done that with that Queen of Wands energy. That's somebody that's very magnetic and beautiful. It's the energy of her. I mean, usually she is physically attractive too, but I feel like you shine from within because you've done this healing work. So this one says purity, and we have temptation. And purity and temptation. So it says, are you in denial about an unhealthy habit? Perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? The fairy says that you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. So maybe you've overcome some sort of temptation or bad habit, or maybe that's something you're being asked to take a look at, because next we have purity. So I feel like maybe you've already done this, but it says always trust in the purity of your heart. So yeah, your heart is very pure. Look inside your heart, and within it you will find the answer to your question. And this is very much so like the Hermit card. Unicorns could be of significance, but the unicorn is holding the lantern just as the Hermit is holding the lantern here. So yeah, that's what I have for you today. I hope this helped you. Please go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and I will see you at the next one, guys.